Hey, it's Angelo. Hopefully you can hear me better than in the past videos. I had an issue with that. The mic on my MacBook doesn't pick up volume very well, especially when there's a fan blowing in the background. So I turned one of the fans off. Anyways, I don't know. I like making these videos. It's kind of a therapeutic thing for me. Even if no one listens, it's for my own good. So I'm going to make some more. Uh, Today is Boxing Day. It's the day after Christmas. Let's see. Yeah, Christmas Day was interesting, a mixed bag. I've been doing better lately with getting through some of the feelings that I've had surrounding breakup issues that I've been going through. I've had a hard time with a breakup that I went through, and I guess I'm still going through the process of dealing with and coping with that. Um, it was an on again, off again, long distance relationship that really didn't have all of the substance that it should have had from the get go. Yet there was a lot of good and a lot of turmoil from the kickoff. And when you look back on relationships, a lot of times you look back on the things that were sweet and bittersweet, the things that you missed, the parts of a relationship that we all desire, the togetherness, the connectivity, and when there's a physical element to it, there's the oxytocin or oxytocin, however you say it, that bond that you feel with another person. And so when that's severed and you're alone, especially in the holidays, it can be difficult. And that's kind of where I've been over the past months. And it also really hurts because sometimes jealousy comes into play, and I came to understand that I was being broken up with, and my partner was going out with another person right from me to another person. So that that hurt a lot. That shouldn't really matter because ultimately I should just want for the person to be happy, and I do. But it makes me question the, I don't want to say integrity, but the meaning behind what we had when we had it. Like I said, there was a lot of turmoil. There was a lot of smiles. A lot of what hurts is that the communication really wasn't there. It's one thing to see a relationship sort of deteriorate, if you will, and then be able to talk it through and see and understand with each other, okay, here's where it didn't work out. But the fact that we weren't able to really communicate and understand or empathize with one another why it went down that path made it really difficult for me. And what ended up really happening is that a lot of walls were put up, and as far as like knowing each other further or understanding what could have happened, I'm going to go through some off the cuff things that I feel could have been better, and things that had I gone back, not that I want to live in the past or regret, but here's some things moving forward that I would do if I was to find myself in a similar situation again. Now, understand at the time when I met my ex, I was in a tough spot health wise. I was just coming out of the hospital, one of the worst stretches that I'd been through. In case you haven't been following any of my videos, I was diagnosed with oligodendroglioma, which is a form of brain cancer, in September of 2013. Had a number of seizures after a brain biopsy, been on medication for anti-epileptic medications, all kinds of issues that have affected me. And so it's been difficult for me in sort of normalizing my life. Now, granted, I've had issues before all of this. I've been through a divorce. I've been through the ending of a long-term relationship with someone that I'd been with for quite a while. And what I've seen the pattern in myself is this sort of relationship hopping where I went from, and it started with this person that I was with for 7.5 years to boom, met somebody else. In between that, I was dating a bunch, then met somebody else, and then automatically, before even really knowing them, long distance, decided we were going to be together, get married, start a life together. I moved to California from Oregon to be with the person. And then obviously this did not work out. It was short-lived. There was a lot of complexities in the relationship that we divorced about a year, a little bit more than a year later. And I moved back to Oregon. I started getting my life back on track. Things were going well for me for the most part, but I wasn't taking care of my health as much as I wanted to. I was really focusing on work, kind of distracting myself from the relationship world, getting thrown into work. And then before I knew it, my health had hit me. I had this issue. I had some major seizures. And from that point, I started getting clingy with my relationships and people that I'd known. I was talking to a person on the internet a little bit that I was interested in, and then all of a sudden I was looking to other people to save me. Please help save me from myself, and wrong approach, totally wrong approach. And then after that went away, I knew I had some issues. I made some videos on Facebook and YouTube talking about this, and basically knowing that I have some love addiction and codependency issues, or whatever you want to call them, and knew that I needed to take some time for myself. So I did that. I was focused really strongly on getting healthy, started moving from winter into spring, and then all of a sudden I met somebody else on Facebook who seemed like this was going to work, and this was another, and I got sucked right back into it, and decided, you know what, finally I'm able to leave Oregon, Portland area. I'm going to go up to Seattle and visit this person, and we're going to spend some time together. Immediately had a connection, decided in our minds that we had this connection before we even had this connection, and then started becoming intimate almost immediately. So that's one thing that I would reconsider to anybody, is really getting to know somebody really well before you decide to become intimate with them. I mean, decide that this is the person that I want to spend, my future with. I mean, people change in time. Obviously, no one's going to remain the same. But decide, months down the road, years down the road, is this somebody that is going to be supportive of me? Is this somebody that I'm going to be supportive of? And didn't really think that far ahead. Kind of thought along the lines of, how is this person going to help me through my issues? How are we going to find this love that's sort of going to be a big Band-Aid on my life, her life, the whole situation? Had a lot of fun, had a lot of really, really good times, and I really miss the person a lot, and I think about her all the time. But I'm afraid we're both very similar in a lot of ways. It's not for me to judge another person. I'm only going to speak for myself. But I can see that, after this relationship ended, when I found out that she's already being intimate with somebody else, and I'm still, obviously having strong feelings for her. Apparently there wasn't a lot of honesty in the relationship. And so I decided that now that I didn't really decide it, I guess it's been kind of decided for me by my heart. So I guess it was decided by me, that I'm not ready to move forward with anyone else at this juncture, because I had a really deep impact on me and how I felt. Because when you really love somebody and you really feel a strong way for them, even if they're not right for you, even if they're not perhaps the person that's going to fix you, because no one can fix you except for you and your faith and and what's within yourself. And just speaking from personal experience, like I said, looking back on all of those really good times, it really wasn't a cure to be with someone. It was more of a, I log myself back in there. It was a temporary solution to an inside issue that I had. So hopefully moving forward, I can take some time, find myself again, and find, if possible, maybe it's not possible, be comfortable with being alone for forever if that's what it takes. But at the same time, accepting myself, my situation, where I am, if there's something that I need or want or aspire to be, to just be it and become it and accomplish it, not do it for the wrong reasons. Like for me, wrong reasons would be for money, for respect, of the wrong reasons from the wrong people, and then just go for it. And then hopefully the right person that's there will want to be with me for me. Will understand what I'm going through, will listen to the things that interest and excite me, and care about the issues that are important to me, know about my health issues, and I pray that I will be the same way for them, and that it'll all work out, and everything will work out in a positive light. Now, I know there's a lot of work that goes into relationships, a lot of give and take, and so hopefully I can give more and receive more from being able to give more. But if I had all the answers, I wouldn't still be here making videos. I'd be, out there living it up and loving it up. So wish me luck. I'm going to take some time and we'll see where it goes. And if you're trying to figure out your life, good luck to you. I'd like to hear from you. This is Angelo. Good luck. Peace.